Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is D-Free, and for today's video we are playing some Marvel Strike Force. I know the channel traditionally does Marvel Snap, but I play a ton of Strike Force. I'm in a Diamond Alliance and we are taking on 3.5. Actually, my Strike team did a 100% run recently, so that was really cool. We completed all of it, so we're in a pretty serious alliance, and I wanted to show you guys how all of the boss nodes look for Doom 3.5 with the new Deathseed team. I completed it, I got the boss down, and completed the whole lane over the course of a couple of days, so I have some footage for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And here is my Deathseed team. Obviously, as you can see, I spend money on the game. I don't spend a ton if it's not like a high priority team, like a raid team, like a horseman team or a raid team, which coincidentally this team is both, so definitely shoots to the top of the priority list. But what I will say is this is a daily use team, so if you spend money, I mean, consider that, like, you know what I'm saying, like. But other than that, like, if you're on the fence about, oh, I don't really want to put too much resources into this right now, or I don't want to put T4s or gold or mats, do it. This team is, again, daily use team for the next year, extremely high value, and they're a horseman team that you are required to upgrade. So just get it over with, rip the band-aid off, you won't regret it. So talking about investment, the first thing you'll see is ISOs. I think those are the premium ISOs. You can make some room for Raider, because a lot of the characters do multi-hit moves, and Archangel has a part in his passive where he increases health or restores health when allies get crits. And so that's all cute, but I think that the team works best with Striker, especially because of the Striker effects on these characters, and on Dark Beast's always assist passive as well. So the next thing I want to mention is this team is crazy with the bleeds. The way this team kind of works is they're going to throw a ton of debuffs out there, like defense downs, offense downs, slows. You'll start getting traumas. You'll get a lot of bleeds out there. So many debuffs. The board will be full of debuffs, and you have a lot of speed manipulation with this guy, or Psylocke's passive, or speed up from the special Psylocke's ultimate, excuse me, and then the speed up from Nemesis's special. You'll have a lot of just speed gains or losses on the enemy, and by the time they ultimately take their turn, they'll probably have so many debuffs that they'll just fall over and die from bleeds. Now, my Archangel is only a 3-star. Imagine his bleed damage, because it will scale with him. Imagine the damage he's going to do when he's 5-star, 6, 7-star. He is going to be a titan in raids. He's going to just basically run over these teams, and when they start dying, you get more hits out there from his passive. You start getting a lot of speed up and blah blah blah. This guy is insane. I think he is one of the most valuable characters in the entire game for a lot of reasons. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't really recommend other ISOs other than this. Like I said, you could do other stuff if you want, but I think this is the best setup. So in terms of T4s for her passive is actually extremely good. The free of dodge on characters is really powerful, and then the counters are really interesting, especially when it's Nemesis and he's doing that health steal thing and healing. It's really interesting. The rest of our T4s, other than the ultimate for the speed down, I don't really care too much about. I think they're ones you can wait on, but I will say the special going from 3 to 5 and adding a second bleed on is very nice. So keep that in mind too, especially whenever there's a bleed mechanic and they add more damage. Whenever there's a bleed mechanic in general, you want to put a T4, because it just will do more damage. So you have a lot of bleeds from her as well too. So moving on, we take a look at Magneto. His kit didn't really change a ton, but his passive, you need this. You need his passive. You start generating ability energy and stuff. You need his passive. And look at Magneto's passive. He's where all of your stats come from for the team. You need Magneto completely built, so keep that in mind. The special here, offering the 2 turns of ability block in raids, it's good, but like I said, you may not really need this, because most of the time they'll just fall over from bleeds and die. And then this one here I think was good too as a striker. I know traditionally he's been a better raider. In fact, I have blue 4 raider on him already. I just didn't use it because he wasn't as good with that instead of striker. I literally switched after testing it. But that basic with the ability to prolong is extremely powerful too. So moving on to Nemesis. All of them except for his basic are ones I think you should do, because they're going to add speed up, they're going to add trauma, you're going to get extra damage. These are all like no-brainer choices. And then also he's probably the most consistent damage dealer on the team. He definitely is, outside of Archangel, right? So you're going to just do a ton of damage, you're going to strip a ton of health, and he is a character you definitely need to prioritize building. He's probably the most, I don't really know if it's him or if it's Dark Beast, because Dark Beast's passive is crazy for this team. It really makes the whole team function, but they are incredibly powerful characters. And the one I would wait on if you were looking at him and you were trying to budget your T4s would be the basic. You can get to it eventually. You want to, whenever there's a Dark Beast or an Okoye or a Miss Marvel and these Nebulas, the characters that always assist, you need to do all the basics eventually, because there's just too much damage you're leaving on the table, especially for a daily use team like this. There's no reason not to do it. So his T4 for the basic offense down and heal block, you want to do that, especially when you start heal block and trauma. That's a recipe for a disaster. I didn't really think the second turn of regen here was anything crazy, but I will eventually do it because, like I said, daily use team, and also it's a second regen, not 2 turns, it's the second regen, so you definitely want to get that eventually. I will do it, in fact, just to show my commitment. There you go. Okay, so it will not be in the footage though. So his ultimate here, ability block for 2 turns. You have a lot of ability blocks and control. His passive, you definitely want to do that too. So this guy is crazy. He's always assisting on this team. It's a full assist chance. Whenever you have these effects, you're going to get these extra stats that scale like crazy on this team. Oh my god, you always have offense up on this team and stuff with like Archangel's pass. Oh my god, this team scales like crazy with damage. And also, he's always flipping and stuff, and he applies blinds. This guy his passive is ridiculous. His special taunting is kind of funny. I don't really have many opinions on it, but there's that. And Archangel, you just give him everything. Just give him everything. All right, let's get into some gameplay here. All right, guys, so these are recorded matches from yesterday, so you guys are going to see several things here. The first thing I'm going to say is I don't play the best. I'm changing my setup here. I don't think that right now there's really any sort of crazy setup. I mean, I don't really think it matters. There's no like taunter or anything like that on this team, but nonetheless, I'm sure somebody will come up with some optimal setup, and let me know what you guys think that is in the comments. I haven't really played with that too much. So I'm going to tell you, this will be a theme throughout this footage. I am brand new to these nodes on 3.5 difficulty. I know how to handle them on lower difficulty where I've been on 3.4, but the difference is these enemies have more HP. So what that means is that these characters, if they look good for me here, they will look insane for you at similar star levels, at least in lower difficulty settings. So this Archangel is going to be insane at like Doom 3.3 or 3.4. Anyways, so just caveats. I'm not going to play great. I'm going to misplay a decent bit. In hindsight, I kind of wish I used more of Archangel's ultimate. I don't use it that much in this video, but as you see, look at all of those debuffs. Look at all the bleeds. So much stuff. Look at how long those debuffs are on. We got 2 turns of trauma on enemies and stuff. It is pretty impressive. So I wanted to make sure that we got those out there. I didn't want to use the Magneto basic here. I thought it was more important on the second wave. But anyways, I wanted to get those out there so Phyla couldn't screw me over. And I'm really valuing with Archangel getting those bleeds and those AoEs out there. Even right here, same deal with Beast. And I'm also already, we have a decent amount of enemies left here, and I'm already in cooldown preserve mode. I don't necessarily have to be. This is something that I need to get more accustomed to when it comes to playing this team, because I've already seen that this team can auto this first node, because it's really not that bad. But me messing around here and not using the Nemesis special last turn, things like that, got my team in a crazy low HP position. Look how quickly they're recovering and healing up though already. Those evades also got removed there, but it's okay. But look at how quickly you're recovering here. Still already in this mode where I'm still conserving. I should have used previously. I definitely should have then used the Nemesis special, and misplaying like that got my Nemesis popped. And right here, I'm already, again, still conserving cooldowns. But the thing is, I'm vindicated because we're not going to lose this. I'm like, dude, I know you have a trillion bleeds. You're just going to fall and die, so just do it. So this is about the time you should consider doing what I've been doing. I will not do this again, because what it's going to do is it's going to force me to use heals when that should not have been the case. So I'm already telling you right here and now, Yeah, the difficulty is high. I was able to play these nodes with my Axeman or whatever and beat these nodes on lower difficulties. Yeah, the difficulty is 3.5, but I did not play the best and will not play the best throughout this video. And it's definitely not at the standards as to how I typically would like to play. But still learning this brand new team, still learning the effects of the characters, and getting accustomed to the difficulty. So let's go ahead and reload here. But the good news is, despite all of those caveats, things went well. Now, here's an example of doing that and having it kind of hit you in the face and not be a good thing. So this is the second node, and the second node is, so I like to start with Magneto's special just to take that stupid taunt off most of the time from Drax there. However, with the skirmisher removal from Beast, I can kind of do it immediately, or I can do it the next turn, whatever, right? It's not the biggest of deals, but I also like to start with that, get the offense ups, get all that stuff going for us. And now that taunt is off. But this node has one thing in particular that's really interesting. So like I said, I like to start with the Magneto special, but I do think that I recommend starting with the ultimate instead, just so like Strange will miss, things like that are more on your side, and then trying to generate as much advantage as you can with Nemesis here. But the next wave is where things get funny, because you have Kestrel drop in, you've got Cloak and Dagger dropping in, you have Ghost Rider who will blow you up. These bleeds, Nemesis or whoever dropped he is going to blow them up. So you have to really be careful with that, and you have to be really careful with Kestrel removing her debuffs and healing. So I like to save Nemesis's trauma for the next wave. That's what I'm already thinking about and I'm doing here. So considering who I can get a kill on, didn't happen there. A built up Archangel would have got that kill, and that's part of the issue too. So I haven't used Beast Clone a single time. Didn't think it was valuable there. Despite the regens, I don't need those right now. Didn't think it was valuable. So here's the next wave where things get really fun. We got Wong and this is a crazy wave, man. You got friggin' Sharon there to screw you over. Crazy wave. So let's get into some business here. We're gonna go ahead and, considering this, see, like transferring positive effects, flipping, there's nothing out here that I want to transfer. This is why I said in the beginning, I wish I used it more. But I also kind of don't feel bad, because it's like there's nothing I really want to take, you know? There's those regens, but I don't care about that. I think Kestrel had an offense up that I went for, but there's not a lot. So same deal here. Do I want to clone someone, right? The issue with my cloning is that I tried to flip that defense. The issue with cloning is that they get the taunt, so I kind of don't really care to do that either. And I also like to save that special in case somebody dies, because it will revive, right? So I'm really playing very cautiously, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think you have to. I think this team can blow this up. I got really lucky with Beast not dying there somehow. He's gonna pick up another evade. We're getting another turn here. I'm looking at it, and this Cloak is gonna go here. I'm looking at it now, and Cloak's going, and I didn't see that in real time. And Beast is the one you don't want to lose, because like I said, he's your reviver, and now this node will just blow up in my face. Ghost Rider just hit Magneto for 1 billion damage, so this node will blow up in your face. Right here, I was like, man, I'm blinded, so no point in really doing anything, right? This node will blow up in your face. So let's run it back. So I did quit that one out. Let's run it back. This time I did open with the special and take that taunt off immediately. The thing about that is that it does open up ability block plays. However, they targeted Beast here, which was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I need to get that speed up, get Beast to get that off of him sooner than later. Going for Beast is an absolutely terrible play to stun. We're going for Agatha here, but I'm more so concerned about hitting adjacent enemies. That evade from Psylocke there, coming in handy. Okay, this time we do clone. We clone Agatha here. And Agatha is going to be nice for the constant pings. However, there's not a particularly great target to clone here that I really care about. Nobody that really helps my team all that much. I kind of like the first node. If you let Sinister clone your, like, one of your characters. Like, one time he got my Magneto and I just cloned the Magneto back. Like, that type of stuff is awesome. So, but there's not anybody in particular that I really care about in this node. I do like, you know, one of the Eternals or Morgan in the last node. But the Eternals are markedly worse when they're not together, so it's just kind of weird. So now we're just trying to flip some of this stuff, get more debuffs. Again, look at all the debuffs out there. Get some barrier and stuff going. And Agatha constantly hitting. It's for a very minimal amount, but it adds up, right? So here's my favorite, and we got the trauma ready for Kestrel this time. So now we're going, but Cloak was not out here. He did not drop with this wave. That is very not good. There he is. That's very not good, though. However, we're fine because that's unavoidable, and that's why in this round I did things a different way. So he dodges, but we're going to just eat a bunch of health off enemies and restore a lot there. Yep. And Agatha getting those pings in, dropping those disrupts, I believe. Still just flipping stuff. I'm also trying to get rid of those stupid regens on Dagger there. So Agatha has a health steal as well when she targets a mystic enemy. I should have gone for Dagger there. Don't know why I didn't. Or Wong even. But since I saved the effect, the ultimate from Magneto, the Ghost Rider is irrelevant. So that's why this time I was like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna let this stupid node blow me up. So yeah, Ghost Rider is irrelevant. We've won this one. I'm just getting debuffs here. We're just gonna now put auto basic because we've won this one. So you saw how last time, like, 1 or 2 mistakes can screw you over. And that's kind of what but again, this is all also with a 3-star Archangel and me playing suboptimal. I'm not playing great. I don't have these nodes down like I do the rest of these nodes from the back of my hand, especially because we got a brand new team. I got to learn it. I don't know all my characters great. But now it's time for the boss node. Actually, I think my friend beat me to the boss mode in this footage. He, by the way, unless he ran it twice while I was in here, it did appear that he one-shot it. And that's relevant for the rest of this video. Yeah, so he ran it here. And so he's on it now, but he winds up one-shotting this node. And like I said, I don't think he ran it twice. So he winds up one-shotting it. However, this is one day, and then the next day, I do jump on and get to that node first, and get to. Since I had to run this stupid second node twice, he beat me there. So here's the boss fight. Let's go. Like I said, I just told you that my friend one-shot it, unless I missed something. I'm pretty sure he one-shot it though. And it just comes down to playing right. I noticed my setup was a little different from this one. Don't know what I decided on doing between day 1 and 2. Anyways, so I'm considering multiple things, but this wave is really garbage for my team because you have Cersei, you have Emma, who I'm more so scared of Emma here when I should maybe consider Cersei first because she's gonna go first. So that's a misplay on my part, but I'm concerned about basically them stripping these debuffs off. So that's what I'm thinking about here. And like Surfer here doing what he does is kind of irrelevant if he's blinded. Zemo's same, like they're all irrelevant if they're blinded on all of them. Negasonic, it doesn't matter. But Cersei just cleanses it all, right? So not really a ton you can do. So, you know, it is what it is. But one thing I will say is that counter on spawn is very, very useful from Psylocke. We got all those hits back. Nemesis healed us a decent bit. So we're going here. Looks like we're in dire already with a couple characters. Considering cloning someone, but we're actually stuck behind a stupid taunt that I can barely see. Can barely see Miss Marvel taunting over there. Because of all the debuffs and just the horrible positioning of those debuffs and characters around them. Can almost not even see it. Let's get the speed ups going. That heal bypassing heal block is awesome. And I was considering the clone there, but like I mentioned a moment ago, I really wanted to clone Morgan. So you'll see me save my clone to try to clone Morgan. Because if I can get a Morgan clone, I am winning this one no matter what. Like, it should be that simple. So I don't really care about anything else with this wave. Cable boosting their speed is irrelevant because the characters that were here from last time have a bunch of bleeds. Surfer's got like freaking 10 bleeds. He's gonna die. But I'm trying to get adjacent hits. That's the only reason I targeted Surfer there. Now we're going for Cable so he can fall over when it's his turn. And then we're gonna just move on. Maybe get another adjacent hit here. Yeah, it looks like I am. I'm trying to hit everybody. I'm being greedy there. I freaking love Beast on this team, man. Again, being greedy here. But remember I mentioned earlier, I wish I had used more of the ultimate. I don't know if it was relevant there. I believe he flips and stuff, right? But I just never really used the ultimate on my Archangel. Because by the time he turns around, he's got his special again. So we're going to do Trauma here. concerned about Icarus healing and stuff. Considered healing or cloning him, but like I said, nah, I just want Cersei. We're gonna flip that stealth, but it just kills her. We got another taunt there, and here Morgan drops in, and this is where there's a problem. This is a problem because I'm caught behind a taunt, and I didn't expect this. I know that I don't need to use the Angel ultimate there because the skirmisher will just strip it off, but I got caught behind another taunt. Because if I was able, okay, so look at that, wow. If I was able to use Psylocke's ultimate and remove the speed bar on the Morgan, that doesn't happen, and I win this one. But the stupid Miss Marvels caught me behind consecutive taunts, and we are going to be forced to two-shot this. So word to the wise, from here on, now that I know this, definitely go for the stupid Miss Marvels earlier. Go for the look at Nemesis though, putting in his best work. Go for the Miss Marvels and get them out of here. They cost me. So I did run it back and just clean up with Axemen. That was a thing I could do, but they cost me, man. So yeah, but the key thing I want to say is it's nice to just see that team can handle those nodes. Axemen are going to freaking 3 or 4 shot that last node. You're going to be trying to run hybrid stuff throughout the different nodes. Like it's just nice to see that they can put in work there. So better play from me. And that's 3.5. So like most of the time my misplays didn't matter. Imagine how little they matter on 3.3 or even 3.4, right? So what I wanted to say was that this team was a resounding success. They did a great job. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.